Hello, guys. Here is our next topic for our unit, and it is bubble diagrams. Um, Basically, this is like one of the first steps in drawing a full on floor plan. So that's kind of exciting that you're getting to think about something like that. So please follow my steps in this to get through your first step of making a floor plan. Um, and as we're doing this, you can make like an actual floor plan that you like in a house, like you're excited about it, or you can just use it as a random exercise. Either one is fine with me. Um, we're not going to take it too far in this unit. Um, we may or may not get to actual floor plans later on. Um, but right now it won't go too far, but it's a nice little start. So here's some things to write. Um, a bubble diagram is a type of concept map that we use in interior design. It uses ovals and circles to represent rooms and their relationships within the diagram of a building's footprint. So it's a preliminary blueprint. Um, it's kind of a sketch. It's a quick way to get all your ideas on paper. Um, think about in some earlier grade of middle school or elementary school, maybe before you wrote a paper or a story, they may have had you draw like a bubble map where you've got like a main idea and then you've got listed out like paragraphs and then ideas for each paragraph around that. It's kind of like that, but for designing the layout of a home. So here is an example of what a finished one would kind of look like. Um, the size of the circle represents about how big the room is. Where there are gaps between things, ideally that would mean that there's like a hallway or a nook or an alcove or something. Not always, but it could mean that. Depends on what your style is. So here's a bunch more to write. It is quite a bit here, but you will be okay. You won't die, I promise. I can't move my face lower. All right, there we go. So some facts about bubble diagrams, which they could totally ask you on a test, like, what is a true fact about a bubble diagram? It's a quick way to get ideas on paper. It's a slow way to get ideas on paper. It's done on a computer, things like that. So knowing these facts should be good. But once you know what a bubble diagram is, the facts should be common sense. So it is a quick way to get ideas on paper. So I'm going to demonstrate one in a little bit, but you'll see that it's just like my quick instincts, just kind of like falling out of my head onto paper. I don't have any pre-planned ideas except for a list of rooms. And you might do this like you're just drawing alone in your office or in your workspace, or it may be you're working with a client and you're drawing this right there in front of a client as they're kind of telling you where they want things in their house. So it's like the quickest way to do it instead of taking the time to draw out perfectly shaped rooms while someone is waiting on you, because you're going to make several changes of this. So there's no point in making it perfect the first time. Just make a quick circle. Done. Because you're going to do this over and over. And just draw X's. Don't erase. Nothing. Draw it. Draw in pen. Heck, just make it all kinds of permanent. So yeah, I just want to just really emphasize that it's quick and it's many renditions. Number two, you're going to create a list of rooms needed so you don't forget anything. It's kind of like a checklist or a quick reference list, which we're going to do. It is a trial and error way of exploring options. Designers will go through many variations. I'm going to have you do 3, but you could go through like 15. It could be a lot. The things I have highlighted, as usual, you should probably highlight them too, because that's me saying these are probably the most important things. Number 4, start with the largest spaces first. Like, what rooms are the largest in a home? Living room, probably. Master bedroom, kitchen, dining, garage, whatever you want your larger spaces to be. Then you're going to fill in with smaller rooms around them, keeping in mind relationships between bubbles, zones. Keeping in mind zones. We just learned this. What rooms should kind of be around each other in a home? We talked about how you probably don't want your bathroom off your living room because that can be embarrassing. I talked about how I think it's weird to put a bedroom by the front door. You want some privacy. Um, you might want, it might be make sense in your mind to put like a kid's room next to an adult's room, a master bedroom for like baby purposes. Or that might make no sense to you and you want kids' room as far away from an adult's bedroom as possible so you can sleep at night. Whatever makes sense to you. But think about zones and clumping them together. You're going to use lines to show traffic patterns if needed. And you're actually not going to do this part today. You're going to do it another day this week. You can color code your zones if necessary. I will probably have you do that, but not right now. We're going to do that another day this week. And you're going to list the pros and cons of your plan in the margins after each time that you do it so that you can be like, ooh, I want to keep this, but I want to change this. So you're kind of going to do that. And then you're going to repeat the process on new paper, changing the location of the largest bubble for another option to compare. So that's how you would start each one, is change the location of the largest bubble and then move things around it. Or if you really just liked a lot the location of the largest bubble, maybe you change the location of like the second largest bubble. Something about it. That's just a suggestion. Okay, so we're going to look at this one, this example one, real quick before you do yours. So just thinking of this, how this house is laid out. Entry, you're going in here right here in the front door. To your right is a family room. To your left was the garage. So you're not going to see the garage. I mean, there might be like a little door to the garage, but it's mostly wall, I'm sure. Then looks like there's like a hallway down the middle right here. So on the left of the hallway would be dining and kitchen, and on the right would be a bedroom, a bathroom, and another bedroom. Looks like you're going to kind of go around the corner to get in the master suite, which would be a bedroom and a bathroom, and then to get in their master closet. Or that might be a closet that's not connected to the master suite. I don't know. And then you would take a left here to go to the office and out to the patio. So thinking about what you like and dislike about this diagram. What do you like about how the designer arranged this house? You can just think this in your head. Like, I like that the family room is the first room when you come in the door, because I think that makes more sense than like a kitchen or a bedroom or a bathroom. I do not like that the family room is connected to a bedroom. I just have an irritation with the TV blaring when you're trying to go to sleep. Zone layout, we do have our quiet zones together for the most part, but I feel like the family room needs to switch with the garage to keep the kitchen, dining, and family room all together for zone purposes. Traffic patterns, and we're really not going to talk about that right now. What would you change about it? Like I kind of just said that. I would switch the family room and the garage. Is there anything that is out of place or needs to be moved? That. 3, where would you add a mudroom? Well, a mudroom should be connected to a garage. So somewhere between the garage and the entry. As it is right now, I'd probably put a mudroom right here where my mouse is, because you'd like come in the garage into the mudroom before you went into your dining room, because you don't want to track your mud and your dirty shoes and stuff into your dining room, or put it on this end of the garage, separating the garage and the entry for the same reason, to like get off your dirty stuff before you track it into your house. Where would you put a staircase to a flex room? Usually a flex room is above a garage, so maybe we could put a staircase right here in this gap up to the garage. Or your flex room could be above dining, kitchen, or family room. You know, those would be other options. So stairs could go here. It's really common to put a stairs in the entryway. Love it, hate it, I don't know. When I was younger, like growing up, I would always like get up in the middle of the night to get a snack, and it would always freak me out to walk by a window at night. Like I would just like run from my room to the kitchen. And so I always said, when I design a house when I'm grown up, I'm not gonna have to pass any windows to get from my room to the kitchen. And that hasn't happened yet in any of my houses I've lived in. Of course, I haven't designed them, but and I don't get up in the middle of the night to get a snack either. But so I don't know, just things like that. Like if that's weird to you, then think about how you want to design it. Um, and then if you want to do this activity, you can, just like for preliminary practice, but I'm not going to make you. You could redraw the house on a separate piece of paper with your new suggestions. If we were in class, I'd totally have you do that. So reviewing, what are the zones? What are the rooms in them? We have private, we have social, and we have work. Private's bedroom and bathroom. Social's living, dining, kitchen mainly. And then work is kitchen, garage, laundry, utility, any of that kind of stuff. Keeping them together. Okay, what I would like you to do next is to list the rooms that you want to include in the home that you would like to design for your practice. And when you've got a list made, you're going to highlight or star or circle or something the 3 largest rooms. Okay, so here's my list. Ignore this, we're going to do it together. But here's my list. And you can go off of this if you want to, or you can change it up a little bit. I didn't do anything crazy, pretty basic stuff. Master bedroom, 2 other bedrooms, 1 bathroom for them, an office, a half bath. Note that a master suite means a master bedroom, bathroom, and walk-in closet. That should be that set of 3. Mudroom, garage, foyer, living, dining, kitchen. Okay, so jot yourself down a little list, pause it, and then I want you to not do anything, actually. I think I want you to stop after you make your list. I'm going to kind of go through, talk about the rest of this PowerPoint. But I feel like I've been talking for a while. There's not a timer on here, though. So I think we're going to draw our bubble diagrams in class instead of on here. But I'm just going to talk about the process. So maybe I spend less class time talking about the process if I cover it now. So if you draw your bubble diagram, you'll use these rooms. You're going to write like a negative and a positive about each one off in the margins. And then based on those positives and negatives, you'll redraw it to reflect those changes. So be sure it's a better one each time. Usually you're going to like your third one the best. If you need to draw more than 3, you could totally do that. You'll repeat steps 3 and 4 to make a second and third diagram. So it'll go something like this. Move face. Okay. So like I drew a bubble diagram with a layout that I kind of liked, where there's gaps, there's probably open spaces, or you could make those into like differently shaped rooms because you can't connect circles perfectly together. They're going to have those gaps between them. So what I said here is that my positive was I liked that the master suite was in the back because that's where I think they should go. I liked that the living was in the back center, and I like that because if you're coming in the foyer right here, that's your view, what you see when you enter through the house, and that's just an aesthetic thing for me that I think is really pretty. I like that the kitchen and the dining room is split by the foyer. So you kind of go in and you've got this like nice big hallway, like a really wide one, like 8 feet maybe, which is like a car. No, that's bigger than a car. I mean, a car's bigger than 8 feet. Anyways, but and there's like a kitchen on one side and a dining on the other side. And I like that it's kind of split up and that they're their own spaces, but they're 2 rooms that'll always be pretty neat to walk into. My negative was that that's a negative. So I didn't like that. Okay, I forgot that I didn't like that. I didn't like that the bedrooms were drawn really small, bed 1 and bed 2. And I didn't like that I put the office with the bedroom, apparently. I don't remember where I changed it to. I guess we'll see in the next slide. It's been a while since I made this example. So, but just see how I put positives and negatives about it. Okay, so then I made my foyer skinnier, where the kitchen is right off the foyer, the dining room, and the office are by that. Right now, I don't like that. Maybe I liked it last year. Living, garage, half bath, mudroom, laundry, master suite, bed 1, bed 2, bath 1, foyer. Oh, I don't like how any bedrooms are right off the foyer. I think that's weird. Oh, well, I said the kitchen, dining, and office placement. I liked that last year. Interesting. I don't like it now. Make a gap between half bath and mudroom to get to the laundry room. Half bath, mudroom, laundry. Okay. That makes sense, because how would you get to that laundry? You'd have to like go through the mudroom to get to it, but I could put a hallway right there to get to it. That would make more sense. I do like that. Okay, and then I had a third try where I guess I changed some of those things. So I made my foyer, kitchen, office, dining, laundry, and made myself a gap, or made a couple gaps. Living, master suite, bed, bath, bed. Okay, and I like the size of all rooms, except bed number 2 is too small. Bed 2, bed 1. Yeah, that's significantly smaller, because that's like barely smaller than bathroom number 1, so that's interesting. So that's where we'll stop for now. That's just the whole process. We'll probably draw some together in class tomorrow, unless you just want to like play with it tonight. You're welcome to. I'm not going to stop you from that. And that is it. Thanks.